Okay. Hello. What's going on, you guys? How are you? Happy New Moon in Cancer. Can you guys hear my music? I want to make sure it's low enough so I don't get a freaking copyright strike. What's up, Max? How are you? Hi. Can you hear my music, Max? Is this for the live super chat? I don't see a link for it. It is pinned. And yes, it is. It's pinned. You'll see it right there. It says book your question. Just click the link. No. What's up, Foxy? No music. Okay, good. I like to play music in the background just because, it's you like I don't want to talk shit about the platform that I'm on, and I know that I say this every time, but it's really stupid that you can't play music in the background. Like almost every other platform is with the program except for YouTube. So I don't get it, you know? I'm doing good, Foxy. No music. Okay, cool. What's up, Lisa? So, are you guys feeling the effects of this new moon in Cancer yet? I don't feel like I am. Like, I kind of feel like I am, but not really. Like, I feel like when people talk about, because this new moon is conjunct Mercury retrograde, right? And everyone's like, oh, don't go back to the past, don't go back to the past. I don't necessarily agree with that. Okay. I'm not saying that, you should go back to like a toxic ex or something like that. But like sometimes going back to something doesn't always look like going back to a toxic ex. Sometimes it looks like going back to a writing project, or going back to a place that you visited before because you really liked it. So I don't always agree with people, and then like sometimes relationships, if it's like a healthy relationship, like, maybe there's just some, you know, shit we got to work out, right? So I don't always agree with astrologers saying that stuff. But I would say that July has been incredibly emotional. Oh, thank you, Fajita. July has been incredibly emotional for me. It's been weird. And I'm ready for these planets to be out of Cancer. I'm already ready for Venus to be out of Virgo. As my ruling planet, I'm really not into Venus being in Virgo. Venus hates being in Virgo. She doesn't want to like analyze and work, right? She wants to lay by the pool and eat grapes and stuff. So I'm kind of over it already, honestly. God, that Accutane makes my lips so dry. I feel like I'm constantly putting on lip balm. This July has been so emotionally, it's like so emotionally charged though, right? Like it's not just me. So emotionally charged. I want to die. What's up, Carmen? 80? What? 80? 80 what? 1986. But I'm over it. Then we have this barbells basket, or whatever it's called. Okay, and I feel like we're really not going to feel that basket happen until Jupiter is opposite Pluto for real, for real. I don't know how I feel about that. I have mixed feelings. Like I have good feelings, but I really think that there is going to be pressure to change in a way that feels uncomfortable, but in the long term is going to be for your overall well-being. July kind of sucked. Why did July suck for you? I want to know everybody's little like stories. You look at me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Lighting helps. Lighting helps, baby. Okay, can we talk about this? I just got these. I'm I'm trying to do a Euphoria transition video, and I bought these little like rhinestone things that I started playing with. So cute. So cute. We're also gonna have that Mars sextile Saturn on Sunday. I feel like Wednesday, tomorrow's a really good time to get shit done. I think the moon is making a trine to Saturn, is making a sextile to Mars. So tomorrow's like a really good day to just like, lock in and get her done. And then and then tomorrow as well, I think that's when we have the exact sextile between Uranus and Neptune. I wish I would have wrote this down. And then I think on Friday is when Uranus and Pluto are in an exact trine. So that's really good. But when they're outer planets, it's like you don't always feel the effects immediately. I'm not saying that you can't, but you don't always feel them immediately. Like sometimes they take a little bit longer. They look good, V. Thanks. Did you watch season 3? I hate to say it, I have not watched Euphoria. Really. I think I watched like one episode and I was like, this is not for me. What's up, AMK? Especially after I heard like what they were doing with Cassie. No. I think I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm good. I'm good on that. Okay, Max. But yeah, if you guys want to get 20% off your question, you can book now before 7 o'clock. We're going to do our thing at 7. What's up, Rachel? What is this thing before people's names? What's the little like symbol with the A after people's names? What is that? What is that? Never got into Euphoria either. Yeah, I'm more of like a Vikings girl. I'm more of like a Game of Thrones girl. I'm more of like a House of Cards girl. Like, I don't know. I felt like I was watching Euphoria and it felt a little kiddish to me. Okay. Now, to be fair, I haven't given it a proper chance. But as a writer, I view it from the writer's lens. And I see it from the writer's lens. So if I feel like I'm not connecting with the writer, I'm not really connecting with the show. Make me feel something, right? Drag me to hell, drag me to heaven, drag my ass back down to purgatory somewhere and beat the shit out of me. Make me feel something. I feel like that's how I also choose my relationships, which makes so much sense. Oh my God, Faye, what's up, Faye? Game of Thrones. Like, come on, baby, I got Danny on my arm. She's got glitter on her, but looking like a scribble. I'm a Game of Thrones girl. Like, you got to have some meat to you. And, maybe I'll check it out, but I feel that, right? Same exact feeling as you when I watched the first little bit. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I couldn't get into it. But you know what? When I first watched Game of Thrones, it was like the first 3 episodes, and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling this. And now look at me. I named my second born after one of the characters. My freaking cat is named after one of the cities in the Westeros freaking thing. Like, I'm insane, clearly. But maybe I just need to give it a chance, like I did with Game of Thrones. I love Euphoric or Euphoria rhinestones. I know, I love the look, right? But it's like, the druggy teenagers, like, with glitter on their face, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll try, right? I don't know. Sons of Anarchy. I need to give that another shot as well. I need to give that another shot. I am like in such I've been doing a lot of like content on my Instagram, and a lot of it is quite sexual, and I am a very sexual person, but unfortunately not with anyone. I think that people really misunderstand because I am so like I talk a lot about sexy stuff and whatever on my Instagram, and then like I get all these DMs, and like I get it, right? Like I get it, like, and they think that they're going to have some kind of chance or something, but you don't understand. Like that all is supposed to go to one person. Like none of you are hitting. Just so you know. Like this one girl, she was kind of trying to, she's like a college girl, and she was kind of trying to, I don't know if she was trying to make a pass at me or whatever, but she was trying to say, you know, if it's any consolation, I would definitely have a threesome with me, you, and another guy. And I was like, that's never happening. That's it's never. I understand that it can be incredibly misconstrued by, you know, the kind of content that I post, but none of you will ever touch this in a million years. So sometimes I feel like really misunderstood, but like rightfully so. Like I get it. You know what I mean? What the dragon do? What's up? I'm so dead. A woman's sexuality is sacred and so many men abuse it. For sure. You know, I will even say I've even abused my own sexuality in the past, you know, like no doubt about it. I've made some mistakes. Right? Like definitely made some mistakes I could never take back for sure. But it's just like once you get like sober and you get out of like Neptunian land, you know, you start to realize who you really are. And like if I find the right person, I will literally wear a vial of blood around my neck. That is yours. Like I am insane, you know, but I'm just not insane with everyone. You know, matter of fact, don't talk to me ever. I think that's that Venus and Scorpio. Oh my God. Same, yeah. Scorpio, Mars in the 12th house with K2 and Uranus. Oh my God, I just dated somebody that had that in their chart. It's really interesting. I think that when you have planets, like, I think when you have planets or a certain sign in your 12th house, it really is what everyone else can see about you except for you sometimes, you know? I think like I think that sometimes now I don't know too much about this, but I've dated two people with Uranus in their 12th house, and they can actually detach very quickly. Like they can actually break free of their own shit like pretty quick and like detach. I feel like Mars, or when you have Aries in the 12th house, I have Aries in the 12th house. I feel like these people can be incredibly either impulsive or have a lot of suppressed rage, a lot of suppressed anger that they don't know how to really bring to the surface. You know, like you'll see some people with like Mars or Aries in the 12th house, like sometimes these people will just at some point they get to a boiling point and they will haul off and like beat your ass, you know, or they they will fucking snap or break something. But I also think that people who have Mars in the 12th house, they can like self implode. Like instead of directing it outwards, and eventually it will be outwards, but they implode. Like they can self destruct, I think. And that's just from my own personal experience. Oh yeah, I definitely have Scorpio. I'm ruled by Venus, and I have Venus in Scorpio conjunct Pluto in Scorpio. So yes, very, very scorpionic. Okay. My Gemini guy has Mars in Cancer in the 12th. Hmm. How have you seen that manifest in real time? Also in the first house. Mars in the first house, people, I feel like people with Mars in the first and Mars in the 10th really have to be careful of like lawsuits or like going to jail. To be honest, you know. And I feel like people with Mars in the first house really need an outlet. You know, they need an outlet. They need a physical outlet because the first house is your physical body. And Mars is like your masculine energy. It's your anger, it's your drive, it's your assertiveness. Like you have to have direction. You have to have, and like everybody needs to have direction. Everybody needs to have purpose. I get that. But Mars in the first, absolutely. Because you can become an enemy to yourself and to other people. What's up, Complexity? Glad you clocked in, baby. You're a Virgo sun, though. Virgos are low-key freaks. Virgos are disgusting. I'm a Virgo with the Venus and Scorpio. You know, Mars and Capricorn. I'll play the long game, baby. Although, you know what? Like, people are like, oh, you know, Mars and Capricorn I have Mars and Capricorn in the 10th house. Oh, Mars and Capricorn really takes their time and they know when to. No. Have you ever seen me horny? No, absolutely not. I like can't. I have to like do it now. You know, I act like a little like wiener dog humping the couch. You know, like why is that a part of my astrological makeup? I hate that. So I've been trying to practice my femininity more, where I just respond instead of trying to initiate things sometimes, because I can really fuck things up. Sagittarius rising with Jupiter and Neptune in my first. Ooh, are you like a philosophical, creative, dreamy kind of person? Are you an optimist? Do you find that, do you feel like you're constantly teaching people things? Do you ever feel like you idolize partners? Oh, same. It's terrible. My Mars is in Taurus. Ugh, I love Taurus placements. I got to be honest with you. As a Taurus rising, I don't think I will ever date somebody that doesn't have like a Venus in Taurus, a Mars in Taurus, Lilith in Taurus, like something in my first house. I like that. I love that actually. So hot. Ugh. I'm a Virgo sun with Aquarius moon. Ooh. Oh God. How does it feel to be always right and weird at the same time? I'm a Taurus sun. See, I'm skeptical of Taurus suns. I love you, Complexity. I'm skeptical of Taurus suns. There's something that happens when the sun enters Taurus, and it reminds me of the Targaryens. You like flip a coin. They're either completely fucking off their rocker, or they're like the best person you've ever met in your life. And sometimes I'm just not really willing to take that chance and find out. Taurus moon. Yes, I'm a Taurus moon too. Wish we ran on the same time. Yeah, bitch, me too. Where the hell is Lori? Aries rising here. Bye. You ain't going nowhere. Hi, Violetta baby. What's up? You know, Aries risings are interesting. You know, I don't particularly enjoy Aries rising. It depends on where their Mars is, I think, for me. It depends on their Mars, because that's their ruling planet. Because I've met a lot of Aries rising women that get very competitive with me, and I'm just like, I'm literally just existing. Like I have done nothing to you. Like it's very weird. It's very odd to me. I met an Aries rising man that was pretty solid. I liked him. B had a Taurus stalker. She ruined it for bitch. I still have a Taurus stalker. I had two Taurus stalkers. They were insane. He hacked my phone. I don't even want to get into it. It was fucking maniacal. It was insane. I have had the like, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's like every time I give some kind of personal, intimate, even if it's like platonic, like somebody attention, and then I pull that away or I take it away, they are out to destroy my life. Like it is so great. Like, and I can leave peacefully as shit too. I can just be like, all right, you know what? Maybe this just isn't working. No, like they have to make it their life's mission to ruin my reputation. Like, it's crazy, girl. It's crazy. Taurus is my dominating sign. That's hot. I love that. Triple Gemini and Aries rising. I feel like Gemini placements get a hard rack. Taurus males, women are different. No, one of the Taurus women is still my biggest stalker. Literally fucking no, just no. The worst one I've ever had. Talk about obsessed. God damn. But generally, I enjoy Taurus placements. Love Taurus placements. I love Lilith and Taurus too. That is dedication, not all this time later. Bitch, for years, please. For years, girl. Like 10 years. Still going strong. Yeah, I feel like Geminis get way too much hate. I'm sorry. I've never met a sane Gemini. Sorry, and I have Venus in Gemini. You know, I don't know. Like I think that I've met a couple of different Geminis that hated on me pretty bad, and they were like really nasty about it. You know, they were like, I mean, nasty about it. But most of the Geminis I've met, I've thoroughly enjoyed. Like I have a great mental connection with Gemini people. Like I can talk to a Gemini for days. You know what I mean? Like my daughter's a Gemini. I don't know. What's up, Lori? One bit of sadness and the psychopath arises. And when they kidnap you, don't threaten me with a good time, baby. Okay. I'm into some weird stuff. Okay. Masked men in chains, honey. My God. Okay. Life is good to me and not too concerned about what others think. Too busy going to work. And Billy Strings. God, who the hell is Billy Strings? What's up, Donalds? Love Gemini men. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I went out on a date with one in my 20s, and like physically I wasn't really into it, but like even though he was hot, but we really got along. He was fun. He was fun. I had a good time. I had a good time, you know. It was a good time. I remember that night I wore a yellow dress. He was in real estate or something. I'm not a Gemini fan either, but my Venus in Gemini, but I'm primarily water with a dash of earth, so it evens the evil twins out. Yeah, you need some balance. You know what I mean? Strong Aquarius placements are good for that. I like Aquarius placements too, but I think I need somebody with a little bit of water in there, you know? Because I'm clingy, I'm emotional, I love. I feel like some air signs, they just get they cut off, you know? They just, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is weird. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I think I need a little bit more mushy gushy. Although my longest relationship was with an Aquarius, so I don't know. Sag men are the best. Get out. The door. There is the door. No. My best friend's a Sagittarius. And I don't care. I'm going to say it. So is my mom and so is my daughter. I can't do it. A Sagittarius man was do I say the worst? Definitely up there. Like definitely one of the worst people I have ever been around. Just like just not even talking romantically, just in general, you know? Just in general. Aquarius and Virgos go well together. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, my best friend is an Aquarius moon, Aquarius rising, and Sagittarius sun. And I'm a Virgo sun, Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Um, but his Venus is in Capricorn. His love style is a bit more grounded. Mine is in Scorpio. And so he's really good at like bringing me back down to earth. I need you to wake up. We're moving on from this. We're going to get it together. We're going to cry it out tonight, and tomorrow we're going to go ahead and we're going to get hot, you know, and then we're going to get hotter. And then we're not going to let anybody hit, and we're just going to be cute and be creative. And, you know, he just kind of like brings me back down. I like mushy too, but in private. I will eat your face in public. I don't give a fuck. All Sag men I've met are huge players. I don't want anything to do with that. I'll take a Gemini man over a Sag man, if I'm being honest, as long as he has solid Earth placements. Sag men are good for situationship. Absolutely. You know, they're fun. I remember I was talking to this Sag guy a long time ago. I'm not even joking. This is a real story. Okay. So I was talking to this Sag guy. This was like maybe in like 2021. I think it was 2021. And he was like, so we got to talking a little bit, and I was like, okay, he's hot, like whatever. And so we had FaceTimed and we had blah, blah, blah. And then like he admits something to me. He's like, all right, so I have a thing. And I'm like, a thing? Do you mean like another, like a girlfriend? Do you have like a wife? Like, what do you, that can mean so many things. And he's like, no, like when I'm dating someone, I have a jealousy fetish. News to me, buddy. A jealousy fetish? I beg your finest fucking pardon. What is a jealousy fetish? Now, as a Venus and Scorpio, if you make me jealous, I'm just gonna leave. You know what I mean? Absolutely not. But he tells me that when he's dating somebody that he loves or he's in love with, he likes to be cheated on because it turns him on. So you're a cock. Okay. Okay. Wow. You know, I'm absolutely dumbfounded. That's incredible, buddy. You know, that is, and I'm like, okay, so, you know, me being very jealous, very possessive, right? I'm like, okay, but like, do you want to do it? He's like, no, 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 I'm not going to be doing that. I would just want you to do that. Hmm. So interesting. That is so, anyway, needless to say, we didn't make it past the phone calls. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not hating, right? We all have things that we can't control. We're just into shit, right? We're just into things. But I got to tell you, you know, wow, that was interesting for me. That's not something that I ever decided to explore. People are weird. Well, you know, I don't want to kink shame. I'm pretty fucking weird myself, right? I'm pretty weird. Okay? I am pretty weird. I'm a Scorpio rising and I'm the same. I don't want you to intentionally make me jealous. Yeah, no, that's gross. You can't compete where you don't compare. Okay. What's up, Leela? Thanks so much for becoming a dragon. I appreciate that. That's brilliant. Dude said that to me too once. Really? That was a first for me, baby. You know, I thought I had met them all, right? I really thought I had met them all. You just never know. But yeah, no, I would never date. I most likely would not date a Sagittarius man again. Although I did meet one back in like May, and he was pretty cool, but then his ego got in the way, and then I'm too sensitive for that, and like it just got weird, and it was like, okay, I think we're done, you know. Plus he was really young. I just don't think that was gonna work. You know, ever since, it was so weird because ever since I posted that video about the 23-year-olds, like as a joke, I can't even tell you. So of course, like a bunch of guys in their 20s were messaging me or whatever, but I didn't really answer any of them or anything. Like I might have like talked to a couple as a joke, right? But then like I started being approached outside of Instagram by like 23, 22-year-olds, and I'm like, did I manifest that? Like, are my videos manifesting something? That was absolutely bizarre. What's up, Kenneth? I'm really good. How are you? Oh my God. Make me jealous and I'll air sign myself out of there. Yeah, I don't like that. That's gross. Like, I wish I could be one of those people where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get my lick back. I'm gonna get revenge. I'm not really a revenge girly, you know? I don't really like, I always have faith that it'll just come back around. I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna move on. I don't really have like a thirst for revenge. I like that's not really I don't know. Like the only way I could say that I really do that is through my words. Like I can have a really sharp tongue because I come with facts and receipts. You know what I mean? I can give you an entire PowerPoint presentation on how you're a moron, but I'm not really interested in like doing something that's going to make me question my own sense of integrity or change my morals as a person in the moment because I'm not feeling good about something. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would I feel about that after the revenge feeling wore off? You know, how would I feel about that as a person? Not really very good. I have too, believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, I have too much of a conscience. I wish I didn't. I think that I would probably be a lot more successful, but I can't do it. Revenge is trashy. I mean, like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but I just, for me, I can't do it. I can't do it. I think the only thing I ever really did was I signed one of my exes up for like health insurance calls until he would get smoked. But that was many, many years ago. It felt so good. Honestly, I didn't feel that bad about it. Donald, love that. I use my words. Yeah, same, Faye. ASAP said, I tried to get my lick back once and got humbled by the universe quickly. Right. I don't even want to mess with that because it's just gonna, you're not even breaking the cycle. It's just going round and round and round, you know? I don't know. Karma is the best revenge possible. Yeah, you know, I agree. I just kind of like let whatever is going to happen, you know? But I'll tell you what, my entire life has been one big humble pie, baby. It really, it really has. It really has. I mean, so much so. I don't even, I so bad want to tell you guys a story, but I'm not going to do it. The only feeling worth it is love. Don't bother me with the rest so much. Yeah, you know. Because I want to be able to walk away from a situation and being like, I didn't crash out. I was still a good person. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. You're looking good. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I actually like washed my hair today and blow dried it. And I have my little look. I got my little rhinestone thingies. Look how cute. They're so cute. The universe never misses, never misses. Sometimes I really feel like the universe jokes with me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the way I get humbled is through like kind of a humiliating but funny way. Like it's almost like a smack on the ass but like really hard. And I have to try to just like laugh it off to not feel embarrassed. Thanks a lot, Donald. I appreciate that. So yeah. Okay, you guys, go ahead and take your last 5 minutes to get your super chat questions in for 20% off if you want to do that, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I am so tired. I freaking busted my ass at leg day today, at leg day, like it's an establishment for leg day today. So I'm feeling a little worn for wear, you know what I mean? Revenge is way too much effort. Move on. Karma will be with him shortly. She's just busy sharpening her nails. That's cute, and I love that. Mm. You have definitely grown a lot since you started your channel years ago. Yeah, I've grown a lot in the past 10 years. But I still cannot escape my past, apparently. And I thought I was almost 6 years sober, but I'm almost 7 years sober. My old assistant told me that. I don't know how I did not realize that. 7 years. Can you believe that? On December 27th, 7 years sober. Love that for me. Can we go in reverse today? But thank you for saying that, by the way. What do you guys want? If you guys want if you guys want to do it backwards today, drop R in the chat. If you want to go, I don't know, just write the fucking word. I don't know why I'm making this so complicated. Reverse or normal? Reverse or normal? Vote in the chat. Congrats. Thanks, Divine. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, reverse. Damn, bitch, I can't tell. Thanks, Tash. Damn, I can't even tell. It looks like it looks kind of 50-50. Okay. It feels 50-50 to me. It feels 50-50. Don't vote twice or I will hurt you. Okay, well. Thanks, Chill. Rock, paper, scissors. Bitch, how the hell are we gonna do that? How are we going to do that? Why would that be? Hold on. Why would that be more work for you, Lori? Yeah, I think it's more reverse as well. Wait, why would that be more work for you though? I'm trying to understand. I'm not always on the other side of things. Just kidding, whatever. I'm dead, Lori. Did you just text me that? No, I don't. Yeah, I have only, wait, yeah? Yeah, I have subscribers only chat on. I should. Wait, I think I do. I think so. Because I have a file I pull it from and have to switch the order. Oh, come on. Come on, let's just do reverse this one time. You don't like reverse cowgirl? Come on, just one time, Lori, please. I got Weekend playing in the background. Okay, let me see. Do I have subscriber only on? I can't see. I think my eyeshot's going bad. I can't see. Wait. It's not, I don't know if we have subscribers only on. I don't know. Fine. Okay. All right, we'll give you a minute. We're going to give Lori a few minutes. And let me go to Hipsy. Oh, God. I didn't even create the event. Are you joking? Are you joking? Oh my God. Literally nobody could even I swear to God, are you kidding me? Oh my God. Okay, well, nobody could even book. No wonder that person was asking me about it. Oh my God. I swear I thought I created it. Fuck. I don't believe that I didn't create it. I swear I created that live stream. Don't piss me off. God damn it. Okay, well, there it is now. Now you guys can get super chats. I'm so mad. I'm not even going to blame that on Mercury retrograde. I don't buy it. I know that I made that. I know I made it. Oh, I love this song. I saw it, right? So I'm not crazy. I knew that I freaking had it. I knew I made it, and then it was gone. That really pisses me off. I am furious right now. I'm so mad. Well, you guys, it's up there now, so you can get your super chat questions in. I am really sorry. I'll leave it up there so you guys can still get 20% off. I apologize. I don't know what happened. Okay. It won't let you? Can you go there now and see if it'll let you? No, you're not crazy. The other stream just disappearing. Okay, so when you click the link, when you click the pinned comment, and you click the link, do you see where you are able to book a super chat question? I'm gonna lose it. Upcoming live streams. Okay, it is right there. I see it. What is going on? It shows it's there. Yes, it's there now. God damn. Okay, there you go. Let's move on. Now we're gonna do this in reverse because we're freaky. Let Let's do this in reverse. What are we doing? Are we doing you and them? Okay, we are. Yeah, we're doing you and them, right? Okay. All right, so we're moving backwards. So we're gonna start with Pisces and we're gonna work our way backwards. For those of you that voted for going normal, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with it today. Okay. I adore you though. Just love you to pieces. Okay. Fuck. It's up now. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. All right, I'll leave it there so you guys can get 20% off. So we'll do a couple of signs and then we'll make it go live. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and start. With, oh, no, not you. You've had your time. Okay. Pisces. Make it good, girl, please. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. All right, let's see here. Pisces, your feelings for this person, the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. I mean, you're really logisticizing your feelings, right? And I mean, I think that we all are with Mercury retrograde and Cancer anyway. But it's like you're trying to figure something out. I think that you're trying to gain some level of clarity through conversation. What is Pisces trying to figure out? The Queen of Wands reverse. Maybe if this person has somebody else. You know, sometimes I view the Queen of Wands as like the other woman, especially in reversed, you know, or other man, whatever. They're not gender specific. But it definitely feels like you're trying to do some investigative journaling. Some investigative work, you know, you're trying to figure out. Mm, okay. How does Pisces view this person? So this may be a past person, okay? This can be somebody who you feel is kind of coming back around, but at the same time, you feel like they're held back a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe they're not saying everything that you feel like they want to say. Maybe they're not taking as much action as you had expected them to take. But nonetheless, I do think that there will be a conversation. You seem to be pretty determined to squeeze some kind of answer out of this individual. And it can be something that's pissing you off a little bit, although I don't know if you're necessarily showing that. One more. The King of Pentacles reverse. You may feel like this person has financial issues or they're not fully 100% committed. You know, and even I would even go as far as saying with the Strength and the King of Pentacles reverse and the Six of Swords reverse, this can be somebody who's a bit stubborn. Like, it doesn't mean like they lack passion or anything like that. With the Strength there's passion there, but you also feel like there's something stubborn about this person. Like, this person may need to level up in some aspect of their life or even with you. Your actions towards them, Page of Pentacles, the Three of Wands reversed. Why the Three of Wands reversed? The Death reversed. So, I mean, like, you know, Pisces, you really have to ask yourself, is what you're putting down on the table or what you're offering, do you feel like it's being valued? Or do you feel like it's going anywhere? Do you feel like things are actually changing? Or do you feel like you're beating a dead horse? Because that Three of Wands reverse and the Death reverse tells me that you're frustrated. You're frustrated that you're putting in some kind of effort and you don't really see a definitive change, or you feel like things aren't expanding in the way that you want them to. Because maybe you feel like this person isn't changing. Maybe you feel like there's some kind of transformation that needs to take place and they're just like not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you feel like it's their ego or something like that. The Death reverse can sometimes be where we're refusing an ego death. This person's feelings, you would be right. The Tower reversed. The Eight of Pentacles, okay. The Moon reversed. What's the Moon reversed? The Two of Cups reversed. So I don't think that this person wants to let you go, and I'd even be willing to say that they're willing to put in the work. They're also trying to let go of some kind of fears that they have around your guys' relationship or some kind of disconnect that you guys have already experienced. I also think that they feel a bit misunderstood by you. And I don't know if that's valid or not. I don't know if, you know, whatever, but I think that they feel a bit misunderstood. They're like, I'm here, I'm putting in the work, you know, or what, you know? I heard in due time. Tell me about that Tower reverse, the Eight of Swords reversed. One more. The Two of Wands. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're trying to make some kind of plan with you. They're trying to move things forward. They're not, maybe there are some changes that they feel like they need to make, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to do that. They're trying to put in the effort. How does this person view Pisces? Nine of Swords. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups reverse. They kind of feel like you don't really need them, you know, like at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, you really don't need them, but they do feel like you're stressed. Why? The Seven of Pentacles, because you're trying to figure out if the effort that you're putting in and your actions, you know, is it worth it? They feel like you're questioning whether or not your investment is going to have a return, whether or not you're going to have a crash out and lose your shit, or if you're going to be able to actually give to this and receive. And I think that they view you as somebody who's really not happy with them. Like, you're really not emotionally content. If anything, they may feel like you're more content with yourself than you are with them. What's up, Shola? What's up, Mojo? But at the same time, I also feel like they look at you and they're like, oh, you know, Pisces doesn't want to be single. Their actions towards you, the World, the Queen of Cups, Reverse, Seven of Swords reverse. What's the Seven of Swords reverse? The Fool reversed. One more. The Queen of Pentacles reverse. I don't like that. Because I do feel like you're trying to figure out if there's another woman or if there's another man or something like that. And it feels like they're trying to confess something to you, or they're trying to be honest with you about something that has occurred. About what? The Fool reverse, Queen of Pentacles reverse. Maybe they made some kind of impulsive decision around a connection that they really didn't commit to, like somebody that they really didn't commit to. But I feel like they're trying to be honest with you because it feels like they think that you have some level of distrust around them or about them. And so it feels like they're trying to ease your worries by being kind of honest. It's almost like they're saying, oh, that really didn't go anywhere. It can also be, if you know that there's not another person involved, then it can be that this person is being honest with you about why they hesitated in regards to committing to you fully, or why they maybe made some impulsive decisions that did not end up leading to some kind of commitment, something like that. Advice, and this can be for you, for them, it doesn't matter. So we have Believe in the Impossible in house 2. I kind of want to say for somebody here, if you're struggling with your self-worth or your self-value or your self-esteem or something like that, it's saying like you can have what you want, you just have to act on it. So rejecting the things that are not up to par, rejecting the things that are not up to par or not up to your standards. But you're the only one that can raise your standard. Nobody else is going to do it for you. If you walk into a, I don't know, a place where they sell Ferraris, and you're like, yeah, I don't want to pay that price, actually. I only want to pay half that. And they give it to you. You're probably going to take it, right? So something to think about. Okay. That's what I have for Pisces. Shit. Let's move on to Aquarius. All right. Okay, after this sign, I'm going to start the Hipsy. So the 20% off is done after this sign. So if you want to get your 20% off, go ahead and get it now. All right, Aquarius, let's see. I'm dead, Tash. Thank you. What's up, Kristen? Okay. Ooh, I smell good. I could smell myself, bitch. I smell delicious. You were right on the money. Thanks, baby. I got a headache pretty bad, so excuse me if I'm a little like... Okay. All right. Show me Aquarius and their person for whatever the date is on the title. I can't remember. All right, let's see. Show me Aquarius's feelings towards their person. The 9 of Swords reversed, the 10 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Damn. That's pretty good. So some of you are in a relationship with them. Okay. That's not for all of you. Maybe some of you are married to them, in a relationship with them. But regardless of what it is, some kind of fear or worry that you had regarding the relationship for the rest of this week seems to be alleviating a little bit. Okay. You feel contentment. You feel supported, supportive. You feel like you want to be vulnerable, take action towards this person. I mean, there's a lot of love here. This is a lot of water energy. It's very emotional. It's very sweet. Mm. That's beautiful. I don't even want to pull the rest of the cards. How does Aquarius view this person? The Queen of Swords. The Judgment. Wow, okay. The Empress reversed. Why the Empress reversed? The Three of Cups. You definitely see this person being very honest with you this week. They may be taking accountability for something, or there may be a reconciliation, or they may be making some kind of judgment call around you specifically. It almost feels like a little friend zoney. Okay. And now I'm only saying, like, I'm just gonna be honest. You seem to be in love with this person, okay? Like you got it bad, and they're kind of showing up as discernment, very, clock it. Like they're very to the point, very logical, a little detached, and they're not showing up as their usual nurturing self. Empress reversed. Now, why is that? Three of Cups can be due to some kind of third party, can be because they're friend zoning you. Give me one more on that, why that Empress is reversed. The Page of Pentacles, they may be expecting more of an effort, or expected more of an effort from you, or there can be some kind of age gap between the two of you, and that's why this person can't take you seriously. But whatever it is, it's like they're showing up as very, these are the facts, this is what it is, tell me about that judgment. The Five of Cups. So there's some kind of decision that they're making regarding the past, but it doesn't feel like soft and sweet. It feels like this is the PowerPoint presentation on why you fucked up, or why I did, or whatever. They're not being like mean about it, but they're not being soft about it either. So I don't know, baby. Your actions towards them, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. It kind of, I, it kind of feels, I'm like, I don't know why I'm picturing this, but I'm like picturing a guy like with his hair like slicked like this with the middle part, and he's like showing up with a bow tie, and like instead of a bouquet of flowers, it's like a bouquet of fucking like half-eaten carrots. I don't know why I'm getting that. I'm so sorry. Okay, I mean that's not funny, but like, so you're trying to offer them, right? You're trying to be very generous with them, but with that Hangman reversed and the Five of Pentacles, it's almost like you feel like you see the reality and you immediately feel abandoned. Why the Five of Pentacles? The Four of Cups, I feel like they're rejecting you or something, or they're not at least reciprocating in the way that you want. No, bitch, not like a mohawk. No. In their feelings for you, wow, damn, y'all got a good reading. Why the Page of Swords reversed? The Queen of Pentacles. There could be an age gap for some of you. For others of you, though, with the Star, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Swords reversed in their feelings, I mean, there are worse cards to get, right? I mean, the Star and the Ace of Cups is incredibly vulnerable. It's somebody that has hope with you. They believe in you, or they have faith in this, or whatever the case is. And I think that they have a lot to offer. But with that Page of Swords reversed, they're wondering like, okay, yes, I have all of these emotions, or I have all of this love, or whatever. But, is that enough to sustain a long-term healthy relationship? Yeah, like alfalfa. I'll check that in a second, Carmen. The Six of Wands reversed for how they view you, with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Why the Eight of Cups? Oh, baby. Okay. It's okay. It's gonna be okay, Um, this person sees you communicating a bit impulsively, but they feel like you're trying to get an ego boost, okay? They feel like you're just trying to get an ego boost. You're trying to get an ego boost, you're trying to get their attention, but they feel like you're going about it in like a not so cute way. And then they feel like after that conversation, you kind of dip out because you get your ego in the way. Okay. Now, whether that ends up being true or not, I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Okay. I don't know you or them. Okay. I'm just saying that's how they are perceiving it. But there can also be, if it's not that, this can also be this person viewing you as you asking them why they walked away. if they did. Death card. Oh, buddy. The Fool. I got to be honest with you, buddy. This doesn't look so great. You know, it doesn't look so great. It looks like they're kind of ending things. What is the actual action they're taking towards Aquarius? Let's see that. Two of Pentacles. They're a little uncertain. They're like, I don't want the past to be like the past. You know, either this needs to change or like go die. You know what I mean? They're not really saying that to you, but because they're like, I don't know. There might be like competing priorities or something like that. So for your advice for whoever, wow, we have New Moon in Gemini, communication is key, and we have the Aquarius card. So that's really interesting. Speak up, you know, be honest, be transparent with this person, or if it's for the second person, be transparent with Aquarius, whatever the case may be. But I also want to say, like, I'm kind of getting like a friend vibe here, okay? Like maybe a friendship actually needs to be built first, even if you've been married to this person for 10 years. Maybe you guys need to work on that part of your relationship, right? There's many facets of a relationship. All right, let me start this event now. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. All right. Sent in here, but I'm not sure they're showing. Okay, give me 1 second. Alfalfa is just trying to find his Darla. Oh my god, that movie went so hard back in the day. Oh my god, Carmen! I am so sorry. I did not see that. Carmen, thank you so much. Can you guys hashtag Carmen in the chat, please? She sent me a little tip. Carmen, that was so sweet, baby. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. You are so sweet. We're feeling hotter and just a little bit richer. Just kidding. Thanks, Carmen. You guys please hashtag Carmen. I appreciate that. Okay. That was sweet, baby. I love aquamoons. Remember the old song? Everybody hashtag Carmen right now. Carmen right now. Carmen right now. All right, let's see Capricorns. Capricorns and their person. Show me Capricorns and their person, please. All right. I'm dead, Stormy. Okay. All right, Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn's feelings for their person. The Hangman reversed. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Ooh. I don't know why I'm getting the word winded. You are fucking winded, baby. You seem to not have a clue as to what the hell is going on, you know? Okay, well, that's not bad. Hangman reverse, Two of Pentacles reverse, and then the Temperance in the upright. Okay. Tell me about that Hangman reverse. Four of Wands. You may feel like you're breaking out of some kind of illusion about this person, you know, or about what's possible, or what is going on here, or about well, whatever, about like what's possible between the two of you, or it seems like you're feeling a little bit confused, like you don't, like it just feels like the balls are in the air and nobody's catching them, and you don't really know where they're landing. and you don't really know what's going on. I mean, with that temperance there, though, it's like you're willing to kind of play the long game, or you're willing to kind of see where it goes. It's like you have all the patience in the world to an extent, right? But you're really confused still at the same time. I do think that you want to create something with this person, but for some reason you're feeling like maybe you got a reality check, or you started to see something for what it was, but that just kind of confused you more in some way. But it's like you're okay, like you're content, you're good, you know what I mean? Like the temperance is contentment. You're at peace, you're not like losing your shit or anything. How you view this person: Six of Swords reversed, the Sun, the King of Wands reversed. Did you like drop this person? I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. You seem to view this as someone who's coming back around this week or revisiting a problem with you. And it's like you do view them as somebody who's very, makes you happy. You're excited to be around them, right? They're kind of like, a little sunshine in your pocket or whatever. But you also feel like a lot of this with that King of Wands reverse, like this person, you feel like they're doing this for their own ego, or, they got to stick up their ass, or they have to prove a point, or, but that Sun does overpower that King of Wands reverse. It's almost like you see behind some kind of mask, is what I'm getting with that. Why the King of Wands reversed? The Three of Swords reversed. You feel like their ego's hurt. That's what it really is. But you still see them as being friendly while still trying to come back around or resolve a problem with you. Be careful with Mercury retrograde. The Death card, the Tower, the Three of Pentacles reverse. Okay. What's up, Ebony? Baby. Oof. That's tough. You know? That's tough. Hmm. Okay. You're not picking up what they're putting down, to put it plainly. Why the Tower? The Magician. Why the Three of Pentacles reversed? Three of Cups reversed. Ooh, there's some kind of third party going on, maybe with a coworker or something like that. It feels like you're not on the same page about like who the company that they keep, or vice versa. Like there's something about other people being involved that you're not really okay with. And it seems like something is ending and you're allowing it. You're not trying to hold on to it. Like you're just not. You're letting something go. And the Tower is happening because of the Magician. It's like you may feel like the power is in this person's hands, or maybe you even subconsciously manifested this change or this ending. Fuck. The Moon reversed in their feelings. The Three of Wands reversed. The Two of Cups reversed. Okay. Why the Moon reversed? The Eight of Wands. This person is really frustrated by some kind of conversation that you guys are having, which is seemingly bringing up some kind of past fears that they have, something being brought to the surface, something that they're feeling like they're having to deal with. And the more that, like, whatever the conversation is about is what's triggering them. And that is leading to more frustration. They're kind of digging their heels in, or they feel like they want to dig their heels in. They feel misunderstood. They feel like you don't understand them. Why the Two of Cups reversed? The King of Pentacles reversed. There can be something financially that they can't live up to, or they feel like you don't understand them when it comes to some kind of commitment between the two of you. They feel like you don't understand them when it comes to some kind of like lack of commitment or something to that effect. Or again, something financially. How does this person view Capricorn? Damn, babe. Ten of Swords, the Empress reversed, and the Lovers. On the good side of things, they do view you as a rare connection. They don't feel like somebody like you comes around often, right? But at the same time, they feel like you're done. Maybe because you feel betrayed. Maybe you just feel like things are done. Maybe you're sick and tired of feeling like you have to prove yourself or overgive in some way. And they feel like you're over that. And they feel like you're making a values-based decision. Because, I mean, even in your actions, babe, look. These are your actions, you know? You're like, okay. Their actions, King of Swords, reverse, Five of Swords, and the Eight of Cups reverse. I would be careful with this person, Capricorn, because I feel like this is a person who's willing to say whatever in order to come back around or to get one over on you, or you know, they feel a little manipulative. And now I'm kind of now wondering, with that Tower being clarified by the Magician, if the reason why you're letting this go is because you feel like you're being manipulated. And like, I hate to say that, right? We have show the world the real you, and then we have Taurus, full moon in Aquarius, and then so we're having a full moon in Aquarius on July 29th. So maybe something around that time happens. But somebody here, I don't know if it's you or them, but somebody here needs to be more authentic or needs to be more honest with themselves or with another person about who they are, especially regarding values, morals, what it is that they want to build, something like that. Because something isn't like, it's not, someone's not being transparent, okay? Or something around money as well. I don't know if I said that. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Sorry, that was shitty. All right, let's see. We're going to move on to Sagittarius. Make sure you guys get your super chat question in. The link is pinned in the comment section or in the chat. Okay. Okay. Sagittarius. I pulled cards on him, and it's ego and not coming back change. I just need to heal, and at least he knows that between us. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta, like, go to the gym, cry it out, rub one out, and move on. You know what I mean? I'm just joking. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm like this. But I'm sorry. I'm sure that was hurtful. Now, what are you going to do, right, guys? Okay. Let's see. Show me Sagittarius and their person. Show me Sag's feelings. Oh, wow. Okay. Seven of Pentacles, excuse me, Seven of Swords reverse, Eight of Pentacles reverse. What's your problem? Another one? The Tower. Okay. Why is the Seven of Swords reversed? You feel like you need to be honest with this person, or maybe you already were or are. regarding something that's maybe not meeting your standards. Okay, now I don't know if you have a guilty conscience about something. That could certainly be it. You may be like, yeah, this isn't really working for me, maybe we can just be friends, or but something isn't working, because why the tower, the yeah, something isn't working, like practically on like a practical level, like when it really comes down to it, does this make sense on paper? Not really. Something about that. But it also feels like something is out of your control, or you feel like something is out of your control, and you feel like you just have to let it go, because maybe you feel like this person is incredibly critical of you, or maybe you feel guilty about being overly critical of this person, or something again just does not meet some kind of standard. And it's like maybe you are harboring some kind of guilt, or maybe it's just that you feel like you need to be honest, or there's something that you really want to say to this person. How you view them: Two of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Swords, the Empress reversed. You feel like they're avoiding you, in all honesty, you know? You feel like they're avoiding you. They don't really want to talk to you. You definitely don't feel like they're showing up in like a nurturing and loving way like you may want them to. Why is that? The Eight of Swords. Because you feel like you guys are in this like weird, like you guys are on the fence about things, or they are. Like there's some, why the Eight of Swords? The Knight of Cups. I heard love is not enough. Hmm. Because you really feel like they're all over the place. You feel like they're all over the place, and you feel like this relationship confuses them, and maybe they're even being confusing to you in some way. And I think that you feel like because of that, there's some kind of stalemate between the two of you, and this person really isn't trying to nurture the connection because something isn't moving, maybe in like a vulnerable way. Like maybe you feel like they feel like you're not expressing your emotions in the way that they want, you know? Or vice versa. The Ten of Cups reversed in your actions, the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Swords reversed. I mean, this person is showing up as a feminine, so I'm assuming you're a masculine. Reverse it if you need to. What's that King of Swords reverse doing? The Eight of Cups reverse. I mean, like, dude, you know, it's something isn't working on an emotional level. And like, I even think that you feel guilty. Like, it feels like you think you don't have the capacity to be honest with this person about what you can and cannot offer. Like, whether it's on an emotional level, a practical level, whatever. And it's like you're kind of not even really communicating. It's like you want this person back, or you want them, but you're not really being honest about it. And it's like, in my opinion, they're showing up as very committal, like they're just kind of taking care of themselves, and like you may even feel like they don't really need you, and you don't really know how to come to terms with that. What's this person's feelings for Sagittarius? The Hierophant reverse, the Chariot, and the Lovers reverse. Yeah, I mean, there's a lack of commitment on their part, you know? It's like they want this with the Chariot there. They want this, but at the same time, something does not align between the two of you. You know, like there can be differences between the two of you that can be too great to actually make something happen long term, or even if you've been married for 10, 20 years, whatever. It's like, now somebody's a Republican and the other person is a Democrat, and now we're fighting, or something, right? I'm not saying that's what it is, but there are fundamental differences that this person feels like the two of you have, that they just can't coincide, like they cannot come to terms with it. It's like, I even think that this person is willing to try to work through that, but it's really, the differences are really grandiose. And I personally think that they're kind of the mindset of like, no, I want things my way. I feel like this person might be used to having things their way. How they view you, Two of Wands, the Nine of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Wands reversed. You know, they feel like you're going, but you don't know where you're going. And like you don't have a thought in your mind. Like you don't know what's, the elevator isn't going all the way to the top. It's like it reminds me of that audio when the guy's like high and he's like, yeah, I have a real plan. Right. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I can't remember what the audio says, but basically he's just like going on and talking about, he's just mumbling a bunch of shit while he's high, like talking about a game plan that he has that he doesn't actually have. And I'm not saying that that's the truth of your situation, but that's how this person is viewing it. And they feel like you have a choice to make and you're just kind of circling around it and like playing games, or you're not being serious, or I mean, I think that they find you attractive. So like there's that. Six of Wands are reversed for this person's actions, the Moon. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't think they're happy, buddy. I don't think they're happy, buddy. They're like, you could, if this is like your ex or something, like you could walk into a room and they would just pretend like you didn't exist. Or, it feels like they're kind of ignoring you. They're suppressing certain feelings that they have. They feel emotionally abandoned, or they feel like they've even emotionally abandoned themselves to some point. And I think it makes them fucking sad, I don't know. Wow, look at that. Conclusions are within reach, and Capricorn. So some of you can be dealing with a Capricorn. This says full moon eclipse. Excuse me. This says full moon eclipse. We are having a full moon eclipse in August. I believe it's late August. Yeah. So maybe something happens around that time. And it says conclusions are within reach. So, and I don't know what those conclusions look like. With Capricorn ruled by Saturn, Saturn is in Aries right now. Saturn doesn't do well in Aries. Saturn is in its fall in Aries. And so maybe the conclusions won't look too good, but at the end of the day, it really depends on how hard both people are willing to work towards the conclusion that they want. Who do you want to be? What do you want this relationship to look like? Can kind of be the vibe. So that's really what it comes down to. Sorry, that was like really blah. These readings are a little crappy tonight. Okay. So let's move on to Scorpio. Okay. Let's see. Scorpio rising. Is anybody a Venus in Scorpio like me? God forbid. God help you if you are, baby. I mean, I don't know if the energy is necessarily rough right now. I mean, I think with Mercury retrograde and Cancer, we're all feeling a little bit more emotional, getting back in touch with our emotions. I mean, Mercury and Cancer retrograde can be good if you utilize it in the right way. But, I think with Jupiter making a trine to Neptune, and eventually making a trine to Saturn, making a sextile to Uranus. But I think the only rough one that we're really going to have is when we have that Jupiter Cazimi opposing Pluto, and then we have that full moon in Aquarius conjunct Pluto opposing that Jupiter Cazimi. I think that's when we're really going to be like, oh shit, because that doesn't look like a fun full moon to me. That looks like a gross full moon. Like, I'm not going to lie, it looks pretty nasty. I think that I think that a few days before that, and then a couple weeks after that full moon on July 29th, I think that's when it's going to be kind of gross. Before then, I'm not too worried. Obviously, it depends on what's going on in your chart, but yeah, sorry, Spawn. Venus and Scorpio, yes. Yeah, I absolutely hate this Mercury retrograde, by the way. So let's look at Scorpio and their person. Ooh, okay, Scorpio, 10 of Cups for this week. So for some of you, you're in a relationship with this person, or that's where you see yourself with them. The Nine of Swords reversed, the Magician reversed. Why do you doubt it? Why is that Magician reversed? The Five of Pentacles. I really want you to be cautious with how you're viewing yourself this week, because it's like you may feel like things are really, really great and you feel happy, and this person is making you happy, or it's like you see yourself in a relationship with this person, but then you think that can never be me. It'll never last. Waiting for the other shoe to drop. And I'm not telling you not to be realistic, but also don't manifest the reality that you don't want by manifesting the reality that you don't want. Like, don't sabotage it because you have doubts. You may still feel like there are certain things that you feel as though you need to get together first before you enter a relationship with this person, or even whilst you're in a relationship with this person. Whilst. How you're seeing them is the Chariot reversed, the Three of Cups, and the Nine of Cups reversed. Why the Nine of Cups reversed? The Seven of Wands reversed. I mean, you kind of may feel like this person isn't full throttle with you. You may not feel like they are actively pursuing it. You may feel like there's a reconciliation here, but at the same time, it's like you're viewing this person as, being here for selfish reasons, or you may feel like you're not really getting what it is that you want out of them, which makes you feel a little intimidated, makes you feel a little like, okay, maybe they don't really want to fight for this. Maybe they don't really want this, and now this is your perspective. We're obviously going to have to take a look and see, how they're actually feeling. But it does look like there's some kind of connect. You guys seem to be connecting. Why the Chariot reverse? Five of Wands. You feel like they're a little I almost want to say apprehensive, or a little conflicted on whether or not to make this happen. If like apprehensive, you feel like they're apprehensive because they're fearing some kind of, you think that they're fearing some kind of drama, or but you feel like they're being friendly. What are Scorpio's actions towards this person for this week? Page of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? The Two of Wands reverse. It kind of feels like something isn't moving in the direction that you'd like. And so it seems like you're more so just watching them, spying on them, kind of seeing what they're doing, seeing what they have going on. And you're thinking a lot about the past. And, I mean, we all are with Mercury retrograde in Cancer, right? And with that Page of Cups there, it's like you may be trying to offer them an apology or offer them something, but the regret is around not making a decision, or the regret is around staying in the same place. And that's what you're thinking about. And their feelings. The Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands reversed, and the Hermit. Interesting energy. Why the Hermit? The Four of Pentacles reversed, the King of Cups reversed. They love you, or there are some pretty solid feelings, but it seems like they're a little exhausted, or they feel like they need to take a back seat for a second. They need to maybe isolate a little bit, not in like an unhealthy way, because it seems like they're trying to understand their emotions and where they're at emotionally, because it feels like they're a little bit closed off. They may even feel like sometimes they're trying to let this go. Why the Nine of Wands reversed? The Six of Cups reversed. There's some kind of bad blood between the two of you, or they're having a hard time, I think, being vulnerable as well, like being emotionally honest. They could just be handling it immaturely, but it can also be that just something happened between the two of you in the past that just didn't go well. How this person views you is the Hangman reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords reverse. They don't really see you talking, like, in all honesty. I mean, I don't know if you are in a conversation. So let me put it like this. If you're not talking to this person, this is somebody who feels like you're not really willing to make a sacrifice to have a conversation. Like you're just kind of staying in stuck mode because maybe you don't really know what to say, or maybe you're feeling a bit emotional. If you are in conversation with this person, they may feel like you are feeling triggered because something between the two of you isn't moving in the way that you want it to. So things are just kind of like hanging there. This person's actions towards you. The Eight of Wands reverse, the Empress, and the Page of Wands. Tell me about that Eight of Wands reversed. There's something that they're not telling you. What is that? The Queen of Cups reversed. I would be cautious of like third parties or something like that, okay? But it can also be that this person is not on the same page with you because of some kind of emotional discontentment that occurred, or some kind of trust issue between the two of you, or some kind of trust that's been broken. And it's like they're trying to suppress that, but at the same time, they're trying to show up and like be cute and maybe be a little bit flirty with you. I do think that they find you attractive. I mean, they're not like chasing you down like crazy. I mean, there's 3 pages here, so it's like you guys are kind of trying to match energy. Hmm. There does seem to be an offer though from both of you on both sides. Yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal in house 3. So I think that if there's some kind of communicative goal, if there's something that you guys need to talk about, I feel like if you guys can actually come together and have the conversation, a lot of things can be worked through for the better. So that's what I have for you. Love going in reverse. Don't get used to it, okay? All right. Let's do Libra. Okay. Libra. All right, Libra. B. Show me Libra and their person. I'm dead, Mojo. All right, let's see. Yeah. Show me Libra and their person. Libra's feelings. Ace of Swords reversed. The Five of Pentacles. Ooh. I don't really feel like you're, you know, I think that you have a lot to say, but you may be suppressing what it is that you want to say. It kind of feels like you're being ghosted, or you feel left out a little bit with that Ace of Swords reversed and the Five of Pentacles. You feel like you're in the dark emotionally. You're like, what's going on? The Star. You still have hope, though, you know? You still have hope that things will get better, that you'll be able to be vulnerable with this person, that you guys will be able to heal things. but ultimately you feel left out. You feel shut out. That's what that looks like to me. And it's like you don't really know what to say. Maybe you feel like you don't even know if you can say anything. Like you don't, maybe you're blocked or something to that effect. But even if you're not blocked, it's like something is missing. Like it feels like you need clarity and you don't have it, and it fucking hurts, but you're okay. Like with that star there, you're okay. How you view this person, the Eight of Cups reversed, the Emperor reversed, and the Justice. I mean, you see this person coming around, but like with the Emperor reversed, this is somebody that is trying to remain in control, but it's almost like they're trying too hard. You don't really feel like they're stepping up in the way that you would prefer them to. Like, for instance, maybe they are having a conversation with you or they are coming back around, but they're being incredibly detached and you wish that they would be doing more, right? The Justice is here, so it's like you feel like they're trying to do right by the both of you, but you also feel like they are a bit detached or they are really trying to control the scenario. Tell me about that Justice, the Eight of Swords, especially after a long time of not making a decision. It feels like you see them making a decision. How does Libra feel about this decision? The King of Swords. Yeah, you feel like they're being very detached. Like, this is logical and this is what it's supposed to be and this is how it's going to be. And you just feel like they're being detached. Like, I think that you feel like it's kind of gross. I don't know. The Seven of Cups reversed for your actions with the Strength card. And the Death reversed. What's the Seven of Cups reversed about? The Page of Swords. You're not letting go of this person. You're holding on, but you're also holding back a lot. Because you may feel like this person is giving you a reality check about a situation and you're kind of just observing. How does Libra feel about this reality check? The Three of Swords reversed, one more. The Hangman. It's like you don't really feel like you can do anything about it. You're just kind of like, okay, hands up in the air, you know? What am I supposed to do, really? And you're just more so being observant, and it's like you're trying to heal is what it looks like to me. What's Libra's person's feelings? The Six of Pentacles reversed, the Two of Swords, and the Five of Swords reversed. I don't really like it. I mean, they feel like something between the two of you is not equal. There's not like an equal give and take. And I think that it's something that maybe they're trying to ignore, or they may have honestly at some point taken advantage of you and they don't really want to discuss that or talk about that. But with that Five of Swords reverse there, it's like I don't know if they're really trying to play games with you per se, but they feel like no matter how many times you discuss something with them or no matter how many times you guys try or whatever, it's like something just cannot be won. It almost feels like they're avoiding a deeper issue. What's that Two of Swords? The Tower reversed around something that needs to change and it's not changing. It almost feels like they're trying to keep the peace, but it's not really keeping the peace. It's just like shoving something under the rug. How they view you is the Queen of Swords, the King of Wands reversed, and the Nine of Wands. It kind of feels like they look at you like you're telling them about themselves. You know, maybe you're giving them a little reality check as well, because they see you as using discernment and they also see you as being very logical, very sensical, very like kind of detached. But they may feel like that's coming from a place of ego as opposed to actual sense or, you know, actual discernment. Because if anything, they feel like you're a little bit guarded or you're using logic or discernment to be able to guard your ego or hide the fact that you're hurting. Wow, look at this. Their actions towards you, the Hermit, the Ten of Cups, and the Hierophant. What do they want with Libra? The Seven of Pentacles reverse, the Queen of Pentacles reverse. It's really interesting because this person seems to be kind of like backtracking a little bit. The Hermit is about self-discovery. It's about understanding who you are. It's about taking a step back and kind of isolating a little bit to know what you want. Well, with what? The Ten of Cups and the Hierophant. What you want emotionally, what you want in a relationship, what kind of commitment you want. And I asked what they want with you, and I got the Seven of Pentacles reverse and the Queen of Pentacles reverse, which tells me that there is an investment to a degree, but they also feel like something isn't landing. Like they may feel like you've grown impatient with them. They may feel like you're upset with them, you're being mean to them, or maybe a little bit cold or something like that. And they may be kind of wondering if their investment is going to be worth it. Something to that effect. We have balanced spirituality and practicality, and then we have Sagittarius. Well, I feel like this is asking someone here to be optimistic. Maybe you guys need to, I don't know, focus on spiritual and practical matters. Maybe you're focusing on one more than the other. Maybe there needs to be a balance between the two. But with that Sagittarius energy, Sagittarius is about freedom and exploration and optimism, you know? And so maybe a little bit of that is needed for whatever reason. That's what I have for you. Libra. All right, let's move on to Virgo. I'm so sorry, Michelle. That sucks. What was I doing here? Virgo. All right. Okay. You're welcome, Tash. I hope I'm saying that right. Let's see, Virgo. Oh my God, Kenneth. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right, Virgo. Show me Virgo and their person. Virgo's feelings for their person, please. Okay. Why the Four of Cups? The World reverse. I mean, you keep thinking about unfinished business between the two of you is what it comes down to. And I mean, you're disappointed with how things have gone. You feel like things should be different. You feel like they're not. Maybe somebody took an immature route here. And it's like there's some level of energy or effort that you're still putting into the connection, whether it's physically, energetically, emotionally, whatever it is. But with that Seven of Swords, what is that? The Three of Swords reverse. It's like, it kind of feels like self-preservation mode a little bit. You know, like I'm not saying you're hiding out or whatever, but it kind of feels like you're trying to protect yourself in some aspect a little bit. Because I think that you're feeling pretty fucking disappointed. Okay. And I also feel like you're trying to avoid bringing like a past hurt or a past issue back up. How you view this person is the Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune reverse, and the Four of Swords reverse. Oh, this feels very erratic to me. This feels fucking erratic. Like, this feels like somebody that just like bursts in your room and is like, we need to talk, you know? And it feels like they're trying to control the narrative. They're trying to control the conversation and how it goes. And they feel a little erratic. They feel a little restless, a little, I don't know if nervous is the right word. What are they conversing about with Virgo? The Queen of Wands reversed. Either another person, like a third party, or they are maybe jealous, anxious. Maybe they feel like you are, you know, and they're questioning you about that or whatever the case may be. But there's some kind of, it feels like a little angry. It feels a little angry to me. What's this person's problem with Virgo? The Lover's reverse. Ugh. It could be like a cheating thing, an unrequited thing. This person may blame you for something. Virgo's actions. Page of Cups reverse, Three of Cups reverse, and the Knight of Cups. So I mean, Virgo, it's like for a second you kind of like retreat. You like feel kind of sorry for yourself for a minute, and you're like sad and you're a little upset, and then like something switches. Why? The Hangman reverse, because you have some kind of perspective here about why something isn't working. So you end up like approaching this in a very vulnerable way. The Five of Pentacles reversed with the Six of Cups and the Temperance reversed in this person's feelings. Why the Temperance reversed? The Justice. Yeah, again, there's some kind of imbalance here. Like, I don't know if this person feels like you guys rushed things and they feel like they need to be more logical about it or what. But that Five of Pentacles reverse and the Six of Cups tells me that this person does have emotions for you. They do have emotions. They think about you a lot. They think about you all the time. And with that Five of Pentacles reverse, if there's been some kind of separation, it feels like they're trying to bring it back together. But with that Temperance reverse, they may feel like they're in over their head, or they may be kind of losing their patience because maybe they do want to make something right with you, or they do want to make a decision, but it's like they don't really know how to go about it. How they view you: Page of Wands, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. Goodness gracious. Why the Tower? It feels unrelated to them. It feels like they see you going through something. Like, I don't know if they feel like you're having an ego death, or you just have a lot of responsibilities that you feel like you can't upkeep. The Sun. Okay. This is a lot of fire energy for a Virgo. It kind of feels like they look at you like you're kind of saying something unexpected or out of nowhere, but you end up taking responsibility for your part in something. And they feel like you're not being an asshole about it. Like, they feel like you're being kind about it, or you're being cheery, fun, you know? There could also be like some kind of financial issue that kind of happens out of nowhere. Mm. They definitely feel like you're not giving what you once were, but you're still like taking responsibility for your part in something, is what I'm getting with this. It doesn't look terrible. Their actions towards you: Page of Swords reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, Five of Cups reversed. It almost feels like they are responding through irritation or aggravation. Like, they're kind of assuming the worst, and they're honestly misinformed about you, or why you don't trust them, or you know, why something isn't working emotionally between the two of you. But they're just like, okay, yeah, whatever, like everything's fine. But it doesn't really feel like it is. Why is that? The five, yeah, they just, because they just don't want to fight with you. What's this person's problem? the Ace of Swords reversed, the Four of Pentacles. They're either holding back a truth or they feel like you're not being totally honest. We have a personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon in Cancer, and then we have fire. So, you know, I feel like something can be resolved here, but it's going to take bravery or courage to really be vulnerable and be honest about how we're feeling. Because if we're not, nothing is really going to be discussed. And maybe this is more so for the second person, because for the first person, I see like them being pretty communicative emotionally. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. All right. Alrighty then. Let's move on to Leo. Okay. Let's do Leo. Yeah, Mojo, you're definitely biased. All right, let's see. Last shuffle for Leo. Leo. Aw. You're sad. So you miss this person. There is definitely some kind of regret that you... Oh, baby, you are in your head, baby. You are in your head. Goodness gracious. Three of Pentacles reversed. Some of you could work with this person. That's not for all of you. Why the Five of Cups? The Ace of Wands. There could be some kind of action that you took that you're thinking about, and you're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or you know, maybe you should have taken action and you didn't. Maybe you're sad because you saw a lot of potential in this connection and you feel like you guys are really not on the same page and things really aren't working out. Why the Nine of Swords? The Hermit. You may be worried that this person is going to retreat or stress that they already have. Mm. How you see them is the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles reverse. It's like you see this as a soulmate. You see this as somebody who maybe even chose you, or you have a strong emotional bond with, and you may even feel like they're on the fence or trying to make plans with you. But with that Six of Pentacles reverse, you feel like they've pulled their energy back, or they're not giving to you as much as they once did or have. Tell me about that Six of Pentacles reverse. Ten of Wands reverse. Yeah, it's like you may feel like they're making things harder than they need to be. There also can be some kind of financial issue in question, but that's besides the point. Like you may feel like they're refusing to take responsibility for their part in something, although there is love here. Your action towards this person, Seven of Cups reverse, the Three of Swords reverse, and the Queen of Wands. So I like this because you're coming from this like really in your head, nervous kind of energy into this like, okay, it's time to make a choice. It's time to heal. It's time to get my shit together. And with that Queen of Wands, it's like you're kind of showing up, showing out. You're very confident in what it is that you're doing, you know? It's like you just look confident. You look happy. You look like you're glowing. You know what I mean? It's a good energy. So it's like you come out of it. Something snaps you out of those feelings. Like, you know, maybe you're like, well, I'm going on my dating apps, or, you know, you finally meet them somewhere and you look hot as fuck, or, you know, maybe you're pursuing your own goals, or something like that. This person's feelings for you, Chariot, Five of Wands reverse, Ten of Swords reverse. Okay. I mean, that's not, you know, the worst combo to get, right? It's really not. It's like the Chariot for somebody's feelings is they're wanting to pursue it. They're wanting to go for it despite them knowing that there's probably going to be some trials and tribulations. There's probably going to be some issues, but they don't want to fight with you. They want to be able to try to overcome something between the two of you. Although I do think that there was some kind of ending there. Maybe some kind of betrayal. I don't know, on your side or theirs, whatever. Not the worst thing. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles for how they see you, and the Nine of Cups reverse. So they do see you as invested, and they feel like you have something to offer, you know, and they also feel like they get a return on what it is that you have to offer as well. So it's like they see your value. They see what you bring to the table, so to speak, but they feel like you're not happy. Why the Nine of Cups reverse, the Death reverse? Because something that happened in the past that has essentially not been resolved is still there. Something is unresolved between the two of you. And I think that they see you as like, okay, they see you still invested. They see that you reach some kind of, or you meet some kind of standard or expectation that they have when it comes to dating somebody or being with somebody. But they feel like you're not happy. Their actions towards you, Six of Wands, King of Wands reversed, and the Ace of Cups. So they're giving you this attention. With that Queen of Wands there and your energy, it's like they see you healed or glowing up or whatever it is, and they're like, oh shit, I kind of want a piece of that. It's like they want to get your attention. They're doing it a little bit through their ego, but they are trying to offer you something legitimate. See, that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you just got to pull away from people. You know what I mean? And then watch how it kind of turns. We have adjustments are required in air. So, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius are the air signs. Maybe you guys are dealing with that. But this is about being open-minded. This is about being objective. This is about learning from the other person, being communicative, being open, etc. So maybe something around that needs to be kind of changed. Maybe you guys need to change the way that you see something. Maybe you guys need to make a change in regards to how you make your choices, or, you know, whatever. So that's what I have for you. All right, let's go ahead and move on. God, I got a headache from hell. All right, let's see here. All right. One second, guys. Here we go. Okay. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Whoops. All right, Cancer, let's see. Show me Cancer and their person. Show me Cancer and their person. Cancer's feelings for their person. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles reverse. To be completely honest with you, Cancer, it's like I do think that there may be some equal give and take here, or it's that you're feeling like you want to offer this person. You're feeling like you want to be generous with them, but you're questioning it, or you're worried that something isn't going to be enough, or that you're not enough, or how you look isn't attractive enough, or the money that you have isn't enough, or there's something about that. And so it's like you may feel like you have to overcompensate in some way, or you may feel like you have to overpromise in some way in order to have this person. It's like, you know, now this is a silly example, but it's like, oh, mom, let me use your really nice car to pick up this person for a date because, you know, I don't want them to know that I drive a jalopy, you know, or whatever. No, I'm not saying that that's what it is, right? But like, it's kind of giving that vibe. Why the Nine of Swords? The Six of Swords reverse. You may be concerned, like if this is a past person, you may be concerned that you won't get this person back, or there may be some concerns or fears around past issues between the two of you that are still unresolved. And so it's like you're trying to pull your tricks out of the bag a little bit, and you're trying to figure out like, how can I make this happen or whatever. But there could be a little bit of a codependency here as well. How you view this person, the Star reversed, the Page of Swords reversed, and the Ten of Cups. So maybe some of you are married or committed to this person, but if you're not, it's like you see this person as relationship material or somebody that you care about deeply, but you don't really feel like they're willing to heal something with you because of some kind of misinformation that they may have, or an assumption that they're making around the connection itself. And so you don't feel like they're being open and honest with you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying per se, or that you view them like they're lying, but it does mean that you feel like they're a little shut down. Why the Page of Swords reversed? The Six of Wands. You either feel like they're assuming that you're looking for attention elsewhere, or you may be assuming that about them. I can't really tell which one it is. What's Cancer's actions? Three of Pentacles, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles reverse. For some of you, you're dealing with a couple of different people. It seems like you're trying to get on the same page with this person, but you're not really chasing them down either. Two of Swords. It seems like you're just trying to go along with whatever they say. Like, so for instance, if they're not contacting you, it's like you're not contacting them. You're like, okay, you know, if they are talking to you, you're just like kind of, it almost feels like you're kind of matching their energy is what I'm getting with that for some reason. In their feelings, Knight of Pentacles reverse, Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. When it comes to like practical terms and actually like working on this on a practical level, like what looks good on paper, you know, creating a foundation, that they feel like that's not really happening. There could be an issue around feeling like concerned about what other people would think about the connection, or they may also have some kind of inconsistencies here as well. There can be some stubbornness coming from them. They are very attracted to you, and they want to take action, they want to have a conversation. But why that Knight of Pentacles reverse, the Hangman reverse? They're just not moving. There's something like financially or practically that's really not making sense. It's like very ungrounded between the two of you. How this person views you: Wheel of Fortune reversed, Strength reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay. Oof. These readings are a little rough tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. These readings are a little rough for me. Wheel of Fortune reverse, Strength reverse, Three of Cups. They don't really feel like you are engaging with them in the way that you used to, or maybe even at all. They may feel like your ego or your pride is getting in the way, or to be honest with you, they may even feel like you're kind of releasing this from your grip a little bit, because maybe you feel like this is just a repetitive cycle and this is just going in circles. Oof. The Tower, the Five of Pentacles reversed, and the Ten of Swords. I'm going to be honest with you. It just kind of feels like this person is letting go. There is an ending here. Why the Tower? The Ace, yeah, some kind of conversation may happen or has happened between the two of you, and it's like this person doesn't really know what to do with it, and so it's like they just kind of are letting it go. And you're matching their energy, in my opinion. You're kind of like in this energy of like, well, I know my worth, you know? A lot of endings I'm kind of getting. We have the energy is gaining momentum and yang. So something is getting ready to kind of like speed up here. And with that yang energy, it's asking somebody to either express themselves or move on, like move forward. Okay. Because yang is like masculine energy. It's like about being proactive, expression, doing, moving forward, things like this. So, and I don't know what that looks like for you guys specifically. You have to make that judgment call for yourself. So that's what I have for you. All right. Let's move on to Gemini. Okay. All right, Gemini. Okay. Okay, Gemini. Show me Gemini and their person. Show me Gemini and their person. Two more shuffles. All right. Show me Gemini. And their person. Aw, thanks, guys. You guys are so sweet. Okay. Gemini's feelings towards their person, please. Six of Swords, Nine of Wands, Eight of Wands reverse. I don't know. You don't really seem to be talking to this person. You know, if anything, you've maybe given up on fighting for this, given up on resolving this. You don't really seem to be feeling like communicating anyway. Maybe there's blocked communication, but you're tired. Why is that? The Knight of Pentacles. You may just have a lot of other responsibilities going on, quite frankly, but you also may feel like this is a lot of work, and it may also be a lot of work to like lay the groundwork with this person for whatever reason. You know, maybe there's a lot of miscommunications, maybe there's a lot of arguments, whatever, but it seems like you're just simply trying to like move on peacefully, you know, or maybe it's just like you're not really saying anything about a problem, a long withstanding problem that's been going on. Yeah, you don't really feel like talking to this person, or it's like you're just kind of shoving it down. You're not, you know, you're not really saying anything. You're like, okay, well, that's cool. You're not really fighting for it either. How you view this person is the Tower, the Knight of Cups reversed, and the King of Pentacles. You feel like this person has shockingly pulled back emotionally. you know, and you feel like they're kind of standing their ground on that. What happened with that Tower? The Judgment reverse. Eesh. You may feel like this person misjudged you in some way, or you feel like out of nowhere they decided not to reconcile, or like something pulled apart between the two of you. They may have done something as well, like broke free of the connection in one way or another that may have surprised you and caused you some kind of self-doubt. What action does Gemini actually see this person taking towards them? The Queen of Cups. This person feels like you love them, like you're in love with them, you know? Now, the Queen of Cups isn't necessarily like an action card per se. The Queen of Cups is more feminine, so it's more just receptive, like I'm here to just take what you give me, you know what I mean, kind of thing. To, you know, not within reason, right? Let's not get crazy. Your actions towards them, I don't know, it doesn't look good, babe. You know, Hierophant reverse, Four of Pentacles reverse, the Four of Wands reverse. It's like you're kind of breaking free, I guess you could say. You're like, okay, my way or the highway at this point, and you're like, something clearly isn't aligning. I don't feel like you're committing. It feels like, if anything, you're kind of letting go and not really welcoming this person in your space. Why the Four of Wands reversed? The King of Wands. One more. The Death card. I feel like this person hurt your feelings. But besides that, you may just feel like this person is doing their own thing. They're done. You may feel like this person is done, honestly. Okay? Or you may feel like there are certain changes that they need to make that they're just not, and maybe that's part of it, but let's see what this person's feelings for you are. The Three of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? The King of Cups. So they do love you. One more on that Five of Cups, the Eight of Cups. If this person walked away from you, they do have regrets. There is some kind of sadness there, Gemini. But they feel like you guys are on the same page about some kind of decision that was made. Maybe. What's the plan here on this person's end towards Gemini? The Nine of Cups. One more. The Five of Wands. They're trying to figure out what they want, is what it looks like to me. But I do think that they love you. But they are trying to figure out what they want as well. And I think that they're trying to decide whether or not your guys' like practical goals align as well, or like what you guys want long term. How they view you. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands reverse, and the Knight of Wands. So this person views you this week as like watching them, spying on them, but maybe feeling a little bit too intimidated to actually take action. Or it's like maybe you are taking action, but you're a little defensive, or you're not, like, you know. Why the Seven of Wands reverse, the Queen of Wands? If there's like another person involved, that could be why they feel like you're intimidated, or they could just feel like you're like kind of lacking in confidence a little bit. But they do feel like you're watching them or spying on them. Their actions towards you this week: the Six of Cups reversed, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Fool reversed. I feel like they're kind of doing their own thing, if I'm going to be honest. What actual action are they taking towards Gemini? The Six of Wands. So they are giving you some kind of attention. What does that look like? The Ace of Swords. Okay, so there might be some kind of conversation. But if I'm going to be honest with you, they are holding a bit of a grudge. And so they seem to be kind of standing on their own 2 feet, like very confident in their, like very grounded is what I want to say. And I don't think that they're jumping all in. Like, they're not like, oh, yay, let's run off to Reno and get married, you know, or whatever, right? But they are giving you some level of attention that may offer you some clarity this week. So we have a time to give rather than take, and this is new moon in Virgo, and then South Node. Well, it's interesting because we have the South Node. Um, Interesting. We have I can't believe I just heard from that person. Okay, Mercury retrograde, am I right? So the South Node is in Virgo right now, and so it's asking us to let go of certain things like being too picky, being too critical of ourselves, of others, of perfectionist tendencies. But with the South Node next to a time to give rather than take, I mean, I don't know. It's asking somebody to give. I just don't know who it's asking. So I don't know if it's asking you or whatever the case may be. But in order to like bring this back, if that's something that you guys want, somebody needs to offer something. Offer what? The Five of Swords reverse, some kind of reprieve and some kind of work potential, something. Some kind of grounded opportunity needs to be offered here. Okay, I don't know if it's you or them. Okay? But if it's not grounded, I don't feel like it's going to work. All right. Alrighty. Let me answer this text really quick. All right, let's do Taurus next. That was weird. Cool. All right, Taurus. Oh, I'm sorry, Gemini living the dream. Okay, Taurus. V's got attacked. Not a big deal. It's not from like an ex or anything. It was somebody I used to have the hots for though, which is like kind of funny. All right. All right, Taurus. Let's see you and your person. Show me Taurus and their person for the rest of this week, please. Nine of Cups and the Emperor in your energy with the Hermit. I like it. Very independent. You feel fulfilled like on your own. I'm not saying that this person doesn't fulfill you. I think that this person may check off a lot of the boxes. I even think that, you know, to an extent, you may want to like take care of this person or, you know, step up for this person. And I really think with that Hermit there, it's almost like you're suppressing some kind of passion, or you're trying to figure out whether or not you want to take action. Because it's like I do think that this person does check off a lot of the boxes for like what you expect in a partner, like what you want in a partner. But at the same time, it's like you're like, well, I have a lot of responsibilities, or it's like you're kind of going within to figure out like what you want to do about it, about this person. Why the moon? You feel like this person is waiting on you. That's what I'm getting with this. Like with this moon, the Seven of Pentacles and the Strength here, the Three of Wands clarifying the moon. You feel like this person is having fears around this connection or suppressing certain emotions. And you feel like they're more so just like waiting on some kind of answer from you while still remaining invested, but also still kind of holding back. because you don't feel like they're going full throttle. You don't really feel like they're being totally open with you or honest with you for whatever reason. Not saying that they're lying or anything like that, but you feel like they're kind of keeping their cards close to their chest a little bit. And they're just kind of waiting on your mark or waiting for you to say something. Your actions. What is this? What are we doing towards this person with that death card? Okay. Why the Five of Wands? The Six of Wands. You're a little like conflicted on whether or not to give this person any kind of attention. So right now it feels like what you're doing is you're kind of playing the avoidant game. It's like you're either, I don't want to say you're necessarily letting things end, but you're letting things just kind of change as they may. It's kind of like you're just putting your hands in the air. Why the Two of Swords? The Two of Pentacles reversed? Because you're not really sure. Why not? The Five of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. Maybe there was already like a miscommunication, or maybe there was already blocked communication, or you guys left the other, or something. Maybe there's already some kind of breakup and like maybe you're not really sure what to do, or maybe there was some kind of fight or whatever. This person's feelings. The Fool, the Five of Cups, and the Justice card. Why the Five of Cups? Queen of Swords reversed. The Ace of Cups. This person feels like they just need to start fresh. And I don't necessarily know if that's with you or what, because there's a lot of like sadness and regret that they're having, and a lot of looking back at the past in regards to like maybe some impulsive decisions that they made, or some illogical decisions that they made regarding like what they're offering, or something like that, or like what they offered to you. But it's like at the same time they are trying to be logical, like they're trying to make the right decisions. I don't feel like this person has an intent on doing you dirty, or doing something bad to you or whatever. It's like they're just trying to maybe either make something right, or they're just trying to like, I don't want to say justify things. They're just trying to do the right thing. I feel like this person misses you. How this person views you is the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Swords. They don't really know what to think. Like, they have no fucking clue, really, what you're thinking. Like, I think this person feels like you might be putting in effort towards other options, or they feel like they really can't see you clearly. They may even feel like you're playing games with them, like playing mind games with them. They may feel like you're, I don't know, being spiteful, or I don't know, like something. Tell me about that Five of Swords. Why is it there? The Queen of Wands. They may feel like you have somebody else, or they may feel like you're trying to make them jealous or undermine their confidence, whether that's true or not. Tell me about that Seven of Cups, the Judgment. They may feel like you've reunited with someone else, or they may not really be sure whether or not you guys are going to reunite. Because it feels like very confusing, honestly. Like with how they view you, they feel like they cannot see you clearly. And you feel like they're waiting for you, you know? Their actions towards you, Ten of Wands, Page of Cups reversed, and the Ten of Cups. What's that Ten of Wands? The Eight of Wands. It's almost like they're carrying the burden of the things that they want to say, and I don't know if they're actually saying them. It feels like this person is committed to you, but they're not offering you anything. It feels like they're still emotionally committed, is what I want to say, or emotionally committed, or something like that, but it's like they're at the same time, they're not actually, it's like they're just like bearing this cross or something. Gemini was already done, baby. You have to go backwards. Ugh, I mean, this is rough. Nothing will come of this situation in House 12. Like, if I'm going to be honest with you, It's either that nothing is actually going to come of this situation, or it's that if we don't let go right now and heal and like surrender to the experience, nothing actually will come of the situation. So it's like if we keep trying to force things and force things and force things, probably not the best. You know what I mean? So I don't know who that's for. And for some of you, that was reversed. Okay. God, I have a headache and I'm hungry. All right, let's do Aries now. Let's do Aries. I am so hungry, please. Like, don't even. God, sometimes I just wish I was a bitch. Like an actual bitch. Like a bitch that just like does not care. Like I wish so bad that I could be that person. I just don't want to feel things. Like I wish I could be mean. I'm a photographer and that fan's got me feeling like doing a shoot with you. Bring on the costume changes. Period. That'd be so fun. All right, let's see Aries in their person. Ew, disgusting. Oh, Aries. What the fuck is this, honey? The Five of Swords, the Tower reversed, and the Three of Cups reversed. Tell me about that Five of Swords, the Knight of Cups. Baby, I mean, what's going on here? It almost feels like revenge a little. Reverse it if you need to, okay? But it's like, it feels like a lot of emotional games are being played. It's like you want this person to take action, or even you may want to take action, but instead it feels like there's this tit for tat energy going on. And you're not actually letting go of the connection, even though you're almost like avoiding it, or you may feel like there's just a disconnect between the two of you, but it feels like it feels tit for tat. It feels like mind games, all the while still trying to hold on to the connection while not actively pursuing the connection. But why the Five of Swords, though, is I'm trying to understand. The Four of Cups reversed. I feel like there's some kind of rejection, disappointment that occurred between the two of you. How you view this person. Six of Swords, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles reverse. I mean, you feel like they're being authentically them. You feel like they're moving off into the sunshine, pulling back their energy. Okay, moving on. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If I'm being 1,000% honest with you, it's pretty straightforward. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles reversed, I guess. The Queen of Wands. You feel like they're pulling back their energy and they're feeling more confident and free and sexy and like feminine and all these things. I mean, maybe even if it's a man, but Your actions, Chariot reversed, Devil reversed, and the King of Swords. What's the Devil reversed? The High Priestess. What's the King of Swords? Knight of Swords. What is Aries communicating to this person? The King of Cups reversed, the Eight of Swords, the Two of Wands reversed. Like, what are you doing here, you know? Like, what are you actually, what are you doing here? Because it's like, you're forcing yourself to do this, like, detachment thing, right? But this person tempts you because you're sexually attracted to them with the Devil reversed and the High Priestess. And so you're like, well, I'm going to communicate, but I'm going to show up as very nonchalant or very detached. Not like you're being mean or anything like that. And what are we talking about? Well, not a whole lot of shit, because what you're doing is you're kind of like faking the funk a little bit. It's like you're not really being honest about your emotions, and you're kind of going in circles, and it's almost like you're playing coy. You're like, oh, you know, I just wanted to see how you were. But underneath that, it's like there's a little bit more to the situation than you're letting on, in my opinion. But I do think that you're communicating. So this person's feelings for you, Death reversed, Nine of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Well, baby, they're in shambles, you know? They're feeling sad. They're feeling left out. They haven't let go of you either, except they don't seem to be playing games. They just seem to be in their fucking head. You know what I mean? They're in their fucking head. They are stressed about you. What are they stressed about? The Ten of Pentacles, because they wanted a long-term commitment with you. You piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm just kidding. How they see you? Oh, God. Forget it. Yeah, they see it. Look at this. Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands reversed, King of Wands reversed, Five of Wands reversed. No, Five of Wands in the upright. They feel like you are an egomaniac. Everything you do is for some level of attention or to get your lick back. You are very stubborn, they feel, okay? They feel like you just want to create some kind of chaos. You just want to create some kind of drama. Oh, goodness gracious, girl. Oh my. Okay, no. Their actions towards you, they're shutting the fuck up. Why am I cursing so much in the Aries read? The Moon, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Wands. So this person is thinking about you, and quite a bit, but damn, they feel like you're a pain in the ass, you know? And so they're not really speaking about it. They're not really showing their hand. If anything, they're suppressing their emotions. Tell me about the Moon. The Ten of Swords reversed, because they feel like they're not over what you did. Okay. And yes, I feel like you did something. All right. Well, we have take time to breathe out, and we have Mercury. So somebody needs to chill the fuck out. So somebody needs to chill out. Somebody needs to take a breather. Maybe you need to journal with Mercury there. Maybe you need to. Okay. Let me make sure I pull down. Hold on, guys. Sorry. What are you doing? Sorry. I thought that you were. Sorry, guys. Um, so I don't know, maybe you need to journal. I had to let my cat in. Maybe you need to journal. Maybe you need to go out in the neighborhood. Maybe you need to do some writing. You know, with Mercury retrograde, maybe you need to reevaluate your emotions. Maybe you need to feel some shit. I don't know. But somebody needs to take a chill pill, or somebody needs to meditate or something. Okay, so that's what I have for you. So let's move on to super chat questions. Ugh, I'm not gonna lie, I have been dragging my ass through these readings. My head hurts so bad. I took Advil. It's not working for me. Okay. Let's do this. Number one, whatever comes out. Okay. Page of Cups. If you're open to it, you can expect maybe somebody to kind of flirt with you a little bit. Can be somebody younger than you, can be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Queen of Swords. Maybe a Libra energy here. You have somebody coming in. It looks like they're trying to flirt with you a little bit, trying to have a conversation. I don't feel like this person is stupid or naive, though. It seems like behind whatever offer they're trying to give you, it's like they have discernment. This is somebody who's had some experience in life. The Ten of Swords reverse. This can be somebody you already know or somebody you had like an ending with, that maybe they're trying to like offer an apology or come to some kind of mutual understanding, or it can also be just somebody who's overcoming something in their life. Hmm. One at a time, please. Ace of Pentacles reverse. I feel like you have some kind of potential that you have not grasped yet, or you have not planted yet. Like there's some kind of seed that you have, like it's available to you, but I don't know if you're even seeing the potential of it. It's like you're not working on it or you're not going for it. Maybe there needs to be a reevaluation around whatever that is. Because I don't know, it feels like, yeah, King of Pentacles. I feel like it could lead to something that could be really, really stable. Like, I wouldn't put something financially off, is what I want to say with this. Like, I don't know if you're being too critical and so you're just not getting started, or what's going on, but it could lead to something really great. And I feel like you would regret it if you didn't go for it. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, and then we have Cancer. So maybe there's something going on with Mercury retrograde. Mercury's retrograde in Cancer. Maybe see where that's happening in your, so that would be in your 8th house, I think, right? Because you're a Sag rising. Hold on. Yes. Okay. So that would be in your 8th house. So maybe there's something regarding like money, debts, taxes, other people's money, insurance, payouts, inheritances. Maybe it's something regarding intimacy. Okay. Maybe it's something around being authentically vulnerable and like allowing yourself to merge with another person. Maybe it's something regarding family. So if you've been having issues around family or home, or something regarding like childhood wounds, maybe that can finally kind of alleviate, or is about to, or getting ready to alleviate in some way. Thank you. Okay. I have many jobs I do on the side. Which one should I focus on the most to bring in the most income long term? Okay. I don't know how to really answer that or ask it with the cards. Which one would pay off the most for her? Just gonna wing it. Long term. Which one would bring in the most income long term? Actually, this is how we're going to do this, okay? You said you have many jobs that you do. We're going to pick 3, okay? And this is how I'm going to do this. We're going to pull 2 cards for each, okay? So I want you to think of the first job, okay? I want you to have it in your head. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about what that first job is. And then we're going to see if that would be good for you long term as far as income goes. So keep the first one in your head, okay? Page of Cups reversed. I feel like the first one that you have in your mind is likely to end up somewhat emotionally draining, or, you know, you may start to even feel like a victim at that job, or feeling like, I feel like I could be doing so much more. I feel like there's more potential here. Although I think at the end of the day, if you can keep a positive attitude with it, with that sun there, if you can really show up and be your authentic self and allow yourself to incorporate more leadership qualities into that first job, I think it could pay off for you long term. But it's kind of needed. Like, there's something about the first job that, like, you either need to get out of like a victim mindset, or like a poor me energy, or like, God, I don't want to do this shit today, or you know what I mean? Like, and like we've all been there. But there's something about that that could really lead to like a leadership position or some kind of entrepreneurial thing. Now I want you to think about the second one in your head. Keep that one in your head. Think about it. And we'll see if that one is good for the long term. The Judgment reversed. With the second one, I feel like you could do better. The Judgment reverse can be like where we have a bigger or a higher calling, but we're like just kind of utilizing whatever this is as maybe a stepping stone. And sometimes that's okay. But I feel like with the second one, I don't want to say you're wasting your time, but I feel like you could do better, or you could do more. I feel like, I don't want to say it's beneath you, but like, I don't know, why are you holding on to this one specifically, or there's something about that. So I'm not so much for the second one. The first one's not bad. It just depends on your mindset. So now I want you to think about the third one. Think about the third one. 10 of Pentacles reverse and the King of Cups reverse. I'm going to say no. That looks like something that's a bit emotionally unfulfilling. There could also be something regarding this, like the 10 of Pentacles reverse is literally something that cannot hold out long term, especially from a financial place. And there could also be like a masculine energy around you with the third job potentially that is a manipulator, or, you know, is an idiot. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it just feels like it's something that's really not, you're just like doing it because you feel like you're supposed to do it. So if I'm going to be honest with you, the first one that I have in my head seems to be the most promising. The others, not so much. Your message, we have a fiery climax approaches, and we have Gemini. Okay. So there can be some kind of conversation, or maybe somebody that you meet when you're like networking, or maybe telling you to like go online, network, or maybe meet people in person or something like that, because that might be able to actually give you some level of inspiration, or be able to open up more doors for you that you didn't see before. Okay. Thank you, number 2. All right, number 3. All right, let's see. How's the rest of July looking for number 3 here? 7 of Wands. Okay, you got a little bit of fight in you, you know. I feel like you're maintaining what it is that you've had success on, and I feel like you're doing so successfully. You may have a few haters or something like that. I would be cautious with this 9 of Wands reverse. Don't give too much energy to it. It may kind of exhaust you. Queen of Pentacles. I like this for stability. Tell me about why the 9 of Wands reversed. The Page of Swords reverse. I'd be cautious with like people speculating on your business, or like what you have going on, or some kind of online community, or people gossiping, or something like that could end up really exhausting you. So I wouldn't really give into that. If you feel like there are people around you for the rest of July that are like talking shit, or like making assumptions or whatever the case may be, I would just like not, I would not partake. Okay. You have meditate and contemplate, and then we have house 8. You may like something may end up being revealed to you that you're like, huh, and it's asking you to like hold on to it. It's asking you to think about it before you act on it, is kind of what I'm getting with this. Other than that, this can be like the occult. Okay, I know that you're kind of into this stuff, right? And so maybe there's something in regards to that you're needing to focus on a little bit more. But this is very like, it says new moon in Pisces and then house 8. So this is very psychological and spiritual. So I feel like there's something in regards to that specifically that you're needing to focus on or work on. All right, thanks a lot. Let's do number 4. Okay, let's see. Um, why did he actually not text her? What's the real reason he didn't text her? 4 of Wands reverse. So he was creating space. 10 of Pentacles. 9 of Wands reverse. So he may have actually been creating some kind of space out of insecurity for your long-term vision and your long-term goals and like what it is that you have going on. But it could also be that he maybe didn't feel welcomed, or he maybe was not really feeling 1,000% secure that you guys could go kind of long term, right? Because the 10 of Pentacles is long term. It's like a vision that we have with another person for long term stability. And with that 9 of Wands reverse, he could have just been kind of like giving up a little bit while still kind of keeping the door open, I guess you could say. What does he actually want with her? Let's go there. The Emperor, okay? The Hangman. The 8 of Wands. This doesn't look bad to me. He may have, if I'm being honest with you, he may very well have been telling the truth. I am with you though. Like, to be honest with you, I probably would have done the same thing. I wouldn't have tolerated that. With the Emperor there, it's like, if this is what he wants, I think that he wants to show up in a better way. I really do. I think that he's even willing to see your side of something. I think he's willing to communicate. I think that he's willing to even make some kind of sacrifice. You just have to decide whether or not you want to do that. So let's pull a message. Be bold and make the first move, and then house 1. Well, house 1 is you. It's yourself, it's your physical body, and it may be asking you if this is something that you are truly interested in. If you want to give it another shot, be the one to take initiative at this point, because I do feel like the ball is in your court. Okay? Now, whether or not you want to do that, totally up to you, right? So, doesn't look that bad though, if I'm going to be honest with you. But, use discernment. Thanks, darling. All right, let's see here. Number 5. The good stuff coming in. Hell yeah, let's see. What is the good stuff coming towards my number 5 for the rest of July? Only the good stuff. 10 of Pentacles, money. Good money. Solid money. a vision, a dream that actually has legs to stand on, not just like some whimsical bullshit. It may come in quicker than you think with that Temperance reverse. Like this may have been something that you were waiting on and felt very impatient about. It feels like it kind of, it feels like it kind of throws you off though, because maybe it's a little unexpected or something like that. The King of Pentacles reverse, especially after a time of feeling like another person wasn't committing to you, or you may have felt like something was imbalanced in regard to your finances. Something now is coming to fruition regarding your finances and your long-term goals and things like that. So I would say money's going to start looking up. It can also be that you enter a long-term relationship, but that's not the first thing that I got. Tell me the other good stuff that's coming towards her for the rest of July. Only the good stuff. 8 of Wands. You could end up going on some kind of trip. There could be a conversation that kind of comes out of nowhere. Sun reversed in the 5 of Cups. Something that's going to give you some kind of reprieve from some kind of past regret. Could be from somebody that you miss. But it's going to make you feel more optimistic and going to give you more clarity on a past situation. What's this past situation? 4 of Cups reversed. One more. The Page of Swords reversed. There could have been some kind of drama, miscommunication, lack of clarity, misinformation, you know, people assuming things, blah, 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 whatever it may be. Something about online maybe as well, but it seems like something is kind of boosting your head or boosting your ego a little bit through some kind of conversation. What is the 8 of Wands about? The King of Cups. Oh. A man, perhaps? Somebody may be expressing some kind of regret or emotion that kind of boosts your ego a little bit. Okay, period. We have work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio and Saturn. God damn, baby. What do you have going on? There's something that you're needing to work through, and it's like asking you to start now, and it's asking you to take responsibility for it. And I don't know what these fears are. I don't know if it's some kind of physical insecurity, financial insecurity, emotional insecurity, creative, whatever it is. But it's saying like, okay, get your ass up, do the work so you can ace this shit, whatever that looks like. So for instance, let's say that you want to be an actress, right? And you're like, oh, but I'm scared of what other people are going to think. That's great. You can be scared. Now go do it scared. You see what I'm saying? So something about that. All right. Thank you, number 5. All right, let's see number 6. Are they being honest about this person? I do think that they have a biased opinion, but I don't think that they're totally wrong. Justice reversed, the Temperance, the King of Pentacles, and the 6 of Cups. I think that these people are looking at your long-term future. I think that these people genuinely love you, and I think that they're also looking at it from a practical standpoint. I don't necessarily think that they're... tell me about that Justice reverse. The 3 of Pentacles. I just feel like they don't think that this person is right for you. I do think that they're a little biased, but I think that they feel justified in their opinion. And so I don't think that they're trying to do you wrong. I don't think that they're intentionally trying to be dishonest. Do I think that they're being a little biased? Perhaps. But I don't think they're totally wrong either. So it says your commitment is being tested and the moon. Maybe your mother is uh excuse me, testing your commitment, but it can also be um testing a commitment to your own emotions and your own emotional safety and your own emotional well-being. So it may be asking you to take a look at that. Oh, what's up, number 7? I haven't seen you in a minute. All right, let's see here. Show me his energy towards number 7. The sun. I feel like he's kind of being independent, doing his own thing. What does he want with number 7? The 8 of Wands. He thinks about talking to you, but he may feel like this is a losing game between the two of you. I still think that he thinks about like what you guys could have been. But at the same time, he kind of feels like this isn't really what he wants. Why is that? The Hermit, because he doesn't really know who he is. I think that when he thinks about you, he thinks about what could have been or the optimism of it all or where it could have gone. I think that you have made him very happy. I think that he still has love here somewhere. And it's like, I even think that he wants a conversation, but at the same time, he feels like he's playing a losing game because he thinks or feels like this isn't what he wants, but it's because he doesn't really know who he is with that Hermit there. So I'm a little like shocked to hear what you're saying just because his energy towards you seems so positive. What are his true feelings for her? Six of Cups. He still thinks about you. But he feels like this is a repetitive cycle. And I think that he wants to be in control of the narrative. I think he wants to be in control of himself. But he hasn't really let go of like the memories or anything. So I don't know. We have confidence is your key to success and mutable. It's asking you to surrender. And it's asking you to work on your confidence as well. You know, it's like, I always think like, when you miss them, you're not busy enough, you know, or, you know, and like, I get it, right? I absolutely get it, but it's asking you to welcome in some kind of change or make some changes to allow yourself to become more confident. So let's move on to, thank you, number 7. Let's move on to the next one. All right, let's see here. What immediate practical action must number 8 take to move closer to their goal regarding their love interest, please? What action should they actually take towards the Capricorn? The Queen of Cups reversed, the Chariot, the Fool. First, when it comes to your emotions and your emotional well-being, it's asking you to take a look at that. And especially because we have Mercury retrograde in Cancer right now anyway, it's asking all of us to take a look at that. Who do we trust? Who belongs in our life? Who's fundamental in our life? What beliefs do we have around our own emotions and our own past and our own childhood wounds that affect our lives day to day or affect the relationships that we're in? First, it's asking you to look at that, okay? Whatever it comes to your trust issues maybe that you have, or some kind of emotional dissatisfaction. It's asking you to take a look at that first. After you take a look at that, after you kind of readjust and recalibrate, it's saying that you can move forward, but the way that you move towards this person needs to be in a different way than you have before. And what's that? The Wheel of Fortune reverse. Let go of the wheel. If you felt like you needed to push this connection forward, if you felt like you needed to full blown chase it, or if you felt like you needed to force it in some way, or you felt like you needed to change something fundamental about yourself in order to make it work, or whatever it is, that has to go. So it's saying, like, when you approach the situation, you have to do it from a place of detachment without expectation. What can she do, or what can this person do to be able to actually have the mutual love with the Capricorn? The Lovers, I mean, you can communicate, but the Lovers is Gemini, so it's about making a decision to communicate. It's usually communication, but it's also asking you to question whether or not your guys' fundamental differences are too much to be able to actually make it work. So you, and only you can answer that. But first, there are emotional issues that it's asking you to work through. So, maybe it's like having a certain anxious attachment, or whatever it is. It's asking you to work through those things before you decide to make the decision to communicate and be vulnerable. Because I don't know if this person is ready for commitment, really, with that King of Pentacles reversed. The natural quality that you possess that others find most irresistible. I think when you really get your shit together and you really look at yourself, you do know your value, and you know when to leave. You know when to abandon ship. You know when you're not getting your needs met, and you know how to pull back your energy when you feel like something has gone stale. Like, people that stick around way after the expiration date, not so great. But I think that you do have a quality where you actually deep down really do know your worth, and I think that it can show, and you know when to abandon ship. That's what I think with that. The Four of Wands, the Moon, and the Temperance. I think as well, like, you're somebody who is probably very fun loving, probably a very good time. You may even sometimes be the life of the party, or have a lot to offer when it comes to emotional stability. And despite some kind of emotional fears or emotional issues, or whatever it is that you have, especially if you've had like a lot of experience with bad relationships, and maybe sometimes you tend to project that onto the now, or the current, or the current relationships, or whatever it is, you're still able to show up as fully you, or fully vulnerable. You're still able to play the long game. You're still able to show up as balanced and sweet and kind, and understanding, and ready to create something despite the things that you've been through. We have expect powerful change in house 4. So you may be getting ready to move, buy a house, sell a house. There may be something that's getting ready to change in regards to your relationships or family dynamics as well. So, just make sure that you like keep an eye open for that. All right, let's see. Then we have number 9. Okay, let's see. What's her energy towards number 9? Knight of Swords and the Justice. I mean, I think that she wants to communicate, but she's a little detached. Like she seems to be being very like logical about her decision making or the decisions that she's made around you or is making around you. She may want to talk about something. Why the Knight of Swords? It seems like she wants to talk to you about something, about like what you guys can create or hmm. She's trying to get you guys to have a conversation about something. It's not really telling me what though. What was her intention with number 9? Does she have good intentions? The four, I don't think she had bad intentions. Like the Four of Wands is like, let's have fun, let's hang out, let's da 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 da. I don't see anything bad here. It seems like she wants to have a conversation with you. It's coming from a very logical place. It's not coming from a super emotional place, but it's not like it's not a negative spread either. So I don't really, I mean, it's just a 4-card spread, but I don't really see. So for your advice or your message, it says, what do you need to release? And then it says Pisces. So Pisces can be about our emotions. It can be certain things that have been like shoved down, certain emotions that we need to let go of or that we need to work through. So there may be something there that you're needing to work through in regards to your emotions. It can be around like addictions or coping mechanisms as well. It just really depends on you. It can't even be like victim mindsets or, it can be a plethora of things. So only you are really going to need, only really you are going to know that, but you're going to have to decide what that is for you. All right, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna get out of here. I love you guys. I hope that you have a good night. I am going to go stuff my face with food and then go to sleep because I am so tired. Lori, Complexity, everybody that showed up, I love you guys, and I hope you have a good one. I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.